So you're scrolling through your feed on social media. You're ready to start marketing your business. And the sheer volume of information about what you should be doing, what will make you 10x your sales, what will get you 1 million leads while you're sleeping, come at you thick and fast. You get cold pitched. People telling you that they can make your wildest dreams come true, even without asking you what those dreams are. And this can all leave you feeling a bit meh, yuck, ugh, cringe central, because you've got no idea what it is you're meant to be doing. Should I go left? Should I go right? Should I do the hokey cokey? Who the hell knows? So usually what happens then is one of two things. You end up doing nothing, or you waste a load of time and energy doing something that you never wanted to do in the first place. Either way, you don't end up where you want to be. Be that in your business, be that in your life, be that in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And that sucks. That sucks. I've been there. Everyone I know in business has been there. So let's change this narrative. Let's change this today by saying goodbye to all those shoulds, all those musts, all that 10x bloody nonsense, and start actually putting the you in your marketing, the you in your narrative, the you in whatever it is you're wanting to do. So without further ado, let's dive in, people. Greetings and salutations wherever you are in the universe, and welcome to the latest episode of an Espresso Shot of Confidence. I'm your host, the Master of Awesomeness, Ashley Griffiths, and today we're going to talk about putting the you in your narrative, the you in your marketing, the you in whatever it is you want to bloody do. And the first thing we're going to do is throw should in the fucking bin. What a terrible word. What a horrible word. The thing with should is it's laden in guilt. Think about it. When you say to yourself, "Oh, I should do this." Feel what your body language does when that happens. You sink into yourself. You disappear because you don't want to do it. It's not aligned with you. It's not aligned with your values. It's not even something that you feel enjoyable or you think will move the needle for you, your business, for your life. So first and foremost, when you're scrolling through that goddamn feed, when your inbox on social media or in your email is just totally overloaded with a load of crap, 10xing your sales or making you go viral, do yourself a favor, block those accounts. Don't follow them. They do not serve you. They're just going to stress you out. Throw them in the bin. Forget about them. And start here by asking yourself, what is it that you want to have happen? What is it that you want to achieve? Now, those questions in themselves are not complex words. However, the concept of them can be very loaded because, well, I don't know what I want. I'm not sure what I want. Well, doesn't that make me greedy or arrogant if I want those things? No, not at all. It's about what lights you up. Now, in the business world, we're often surrounded by money, success, millions of clients, Lambos, external bollocks that ultimately doesn't really bring us anything. It's about going deeper than that. It's about understanding the emotions, the feelings, and the desires that drive everything for you. And usually that comes down to a few things. freedom. The freedom to choose, the freedom to explore, the freedom to go on holiday, the freedom to choose the hours you work, the freedom to spend time with your family, friends, enjoy hobbies, pastimes, vacations, whatever the hell it is. Freedom. Now, that can sometimes manifest itself as financial freedom, the freedom to buy the things that you want, the freedom to pay for those holidays, to live where you want, to not have to worry about where your next client is coming from. Freedom can also mean creativity, the freedom to explore ideas, movement, energies, spiritual expression. There are so many different connotations to that. And that is usually one of the leading drivers when it comes to actions. When you strip away all the crap, when you strip away all the bluster, all the superficial external stuff, there's usually a feeling of sense of freedom that drives things. Then there's security, safety. We want to feel safe. We want to feel seen. We want to feel heard. We don't want to make ourselves vulnerable. We don't want people to attack our sense of self. We don't want to take actions that will jeopardize our freedom. We don't want to do anything that maybe will get us standing outside the crowd. That can feel scary. It's very tribal. And sometimes that serves a purpose, because it's important to be part of something much bigger than us as an individual. And other times it can be very limiting indeed, because in our deepest sense of who we are, we don't believe in what the group around us are doing. It's not aligned with us. Maybe that isn't in a relationship. Maybe that's at work. But we're that scared that we will lose our safety and our freedom by actually standing up for ourselves, by speaking our truth. We don't do it. And then we get resentful. And then we start hating the bloody world, get miserable, and get sick. For me personally, I know for a fact a lot of my physical symptoms I've had over the many, many years have been as a result of me not speaking my truth. Because my interpretation of safety was not standing out, not upsetting people, which happened, but along the way I upset myself quite physically because I didn't speak my truth, and therefore I had issues with my throat and my stomach. And that is what happens when you do not speak your truth. So freedom is important. Safety is important, and belonging is important. We want to feel that people see us, hear us. That is one of the most important gifts and drivers of everything we do from the moment we are in our mother's stomachs. We want to be seen and heard, valued and loved. All of us. That's why when we post stuff on social media and people don't, we get, 2 likes or whatever, we take it personally because we don't feel seen. You don't feel heard. It sucks. Or at least it can, which is why it's so important to reframe that when it happens by, reminding yourself that, okay, so 2 people engaged with my post, 2 people saw it, I got 2 impressions. That's 2 human beings that took the time to comment, like, watch, view your content, which means that it resonated on some level. Just because they didn't comment, just because they didn't engage, just because they didn't tell you how they felt, or you don't even know who they are yet, doesn't mean that they didn't get value from it, that it didn't resonate with them, and it didn't create connection. So it's really important when you do put yourself out there that you realize that there are always people watching, there are always people listening, and that some people will never, ever, ever open their mouth. But they see it and they hear it and they value what you have to offer. I mean, the amount of times I walk into a pub, a restaurant, or stuff like that, a family friend, an acquaintance will go, I ain't seen you haven't seen you on TikTok recently, Ash. I haven't seen you post any videos on Facebook for a while, Ash. That's a shame. I really enjoy them. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know you were on Facebook. It always takes me by surprise. So there's always people out there. So when it comes to creating content, when it comes to creating videos, when it comes to managing your narrative, whatever it is you're doing, be that public speaking, be that community events, know that what you're doing does capture attention. And know that regardless of whether you've got one person there, 100 people there, 1,000,000 people there, you're having an impact. And that impact can have a massive ripple effect out into the world. It really does. So you're doing an amazing thing. So never lose sight of that. Never. With that in mind, let's just come back to the more marketing side of things, the putting the you in your marketing, if you will. And this is the one thing I see so many people struggle with. I see them really struggle with this. Because again, you go on LinkedIn, you go on TikTok, you go on YouTube, all of these channels, you're constantly surrounded by all of these hacks, all of these tips, all of these tricks that guarantee you instant results for 997. Instant results. You can't possibly fail. This is idiot proof. Even your mom, who doesn't even know how to operate a phone, could make this happen. So you do it. And you end up going down a rabbit hole. You don't get the results. It sucks. You waste money. You waste time. Usually doing things you never even wanted to do in the first place. And the result of that is that people often don't see who you are and what you're about, because you're showing up like a cardboard cutout version of yourself. You're like a caricature. They're not getting to see who you are, what you're about. You're wearing a mask. You are massively filtering, editing, censoring yourself when you put yourself out there. You're playing it safe in some cases. You know, I've just written an email for my mailing list today about how we often just exist within our comfort zones. And by doing that, that creates a barrier between you and other people that would absolutely resonate and love working with you. The example I gave was how people will just use their little text-based posts, little graphic. Occasionally, if they're feeling brave, they'll put a selfie out there. Now, this shows one side of you. Doesn't show the whole thing. Doesn't show your personality. It doesn't really show your quirks. Doesn't show how you talk. It doesn't engage the senses in a way that having an audio or a video element to your marketing would do. Because then when people hear you speak, see how you deliver a message, they get to engage those senses. They get to see your personality. It's like, I always use the example with the podcast. I don't listen to podcasts. Never listen to a podcast. I'm a music guy. When I'm out and about, the idea of somebody talking is like, no, thank you. I want to listen to music or listen to nature. But that's personal. That's a personal choice. But one thing I do know is that podcasts are massively popular. So it just seemed like a no-brainer 2 years ago to start one. Now, have I set the world alight with my podcasts? Absolutely not. Am I going viral with them? Absolutely not. Does it give me another voice, another way to express myself, another way to connect with people? Abso-bloody-lutely. Abso-bloody-lutely. So when I get those emails from God knows who telling me, oh, yes, we can make your podcast go viral, I'm going, how about actually asking me what I want before you assume that's what I want? So, went off on a bit of a tangent there. But the point that I'm working with here is the more that people get to see you, hear you, get to see the way that you do things, and you feel safe, seen, heard, doing it, you feel like you're creating a sense of belonging, doing it, the quicker you find your groove and the quicker you start doing things more that like really light you up. And it opens up all sorts of possibilities. I was just thinking the other day about how by doing the videos online, I've gained so much more confidence in my delivery when it comes to public speaking, when it comes to networking, when it comes to actually just talking to people. I'm so much more confident now as an individual because I've worked on my self-expression and also worked on my self-worth. One of the most powerful lessons I learned a couple of years ago was like, you know what? Screw it. This is me. This is what I'm about. You don't like it. Scroll on by. And being comfortable with that fact. Because when you're comfortable with that fact, you show up. You show up in your entirety. You show up in a way that is you, that is authentic, that doesn't feel like you're dialing it in. And I implore you, I'm not going to say should. I invite you to show up as you. Let your strengths, your personality, your passion for what you do, let that light you the way. Let that light the way. Let it guide you forwards. Lean into your strengths. Talk to the people that you want to talk to in a way that you would talk to them if you were sat in a room with them right now. Let them see you. And speak to them in a way that they will get, in a language they will understand, about topics that they care about, and they in turn will feel seen and heard. That creates rapport. From that, you get that sense of belonging. Some of those people may even become clients, which will obviously have the rewards, the multiple rewards that come from that. The financial reward of working with people, which enables that financial freedom. The period of time that you spend working with your clients in whatever way that you do will create the freedom to create new things, new ideas, explore new pathways to healing, to creating messages, whatever it is that you do. And it will create a much deeper connection. And the more that you deliver that and get great results for your clients, the more fans, super fans you're going to get. People that will literally go to bat for you and say, you need to work with this person. This person is awesome. They are great. They've been such amazing for me. This is what I encourage my clients to do. Lean into who you are, because the moment you do, your message just resonates on a much higher level because you're not. Well, yeah. Today, my name is Ash. Anyway, my name is Ash, and today I want to talk to you about confidence on video versus, hey, everybody, I'm Ash, and I know that you can be confident on video. Did you hear the difference there? First guy, oh God, somebody said I have to be on video. Oh, it sucks. And I should first tell everybody, like, I'm at a networking event, who I am, what I do. And the second one, enthusiastic, driven, passionate, open. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you would have noticed a difference in the body language. There was much more open gestures with the second one. And that is what is open to you when you decide, when you choose to put the you in your marketing, the you in your narrative. When you go, you know what, should this, should that, blah, 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 bollocks to that. I'm going to do what works for me. I'm going to show up in a way that works for me. I'm going to speak to my people in a way that I want to talk to them in a way that they will understand, in a way that will light them up, in a way that lights me up. It's such a more powerful place to be. And also, it's so exhausting when you do the alternative, when you go, okay, so I'm an accountant and I do numbers. Yes, but you're an accountant that has an awesome personality. You're an accountant that makes numbers simple for your audience. They love your straight talking, no bullshit approach. Show them that. They love your sense of humor. They love the fact that you just make the process feel so light, so effortless, so less overwhelming, because they don't bloody understand the numbers. You don't make them feel stupid. You make them feel understood, that you've got their best interests in heart, in mind, and they're learning a lot just by being in your presence. That is what you show them through your content, through your narrative, through your speaking, through your networking, through the work that you do. You show that, then more people resonate. And yes, like I've said many times on here, not everybody will like it. Great. Bye-bye. When you put the you in your narrative, in your marketing, you will create that connection that attracts and repels. And this is a bloody good thing. It saves you time, energy, money, and stress by not working with people that you don't actually want to work with. And it's also a vote for you. A vote for you as a person, as a business owner, your personality. Because you're saying to the world, look, here I am. I'm owning this. I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I'm bloody good at what I do. And I can support you, and I know I'll get you results. That's a very, very empowering place to be. And I encourage you to get out there, show yourself, lead with passion and personality, and the results will follow. I'm sure of it. And I bring this State of the Union address to an end with today's Espresso shot of confidence for you, our awesome listeners. You have unique knowledge, skills, experience that people need to know about. Your personality and your passion are magnetic. Go and show people that. There are people out there right now that need you, and only you. They're not looking for anyone else. They are looking for you. So why not say hello to them today? And on that note, I'll leave you with that thought as we get onto our flying carpets and fly off into the sunset of this latest episode. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you're listening or watching this to get notifications of the next episode. And as always, wherever you are in the universe, don't forget to be awesome.